Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Eric Percival, also known as Scuffed Gaming here on YouTube, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance. Today, and this is probably going to go up way later than I originally intended, but today we're going to be playing on our Dead God save file post-patch. Lots of changes were made in this patch, one of which is going to be a change to Lazarus. Pretty good change, making Lazarus potentially, which is why we're here to test, one of the most powerful characters in the game at this point. No real significant changes to starting Lazarus at this time. Starting Lazarus is... I'm a little bit rusty because it has been a little while since I played this game. Ooh, that's brutal. Well, this might be a short run, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely the rust is going to be something I'm going to have to fight during the course of this run. It is Crystal Labyrinth, so we did lose out on a pretty significant percent of our potential devil deal here today. But with any luck, we'll get enough items to make up for that in caves, as soon as we get access to caves, yes. We also did get a health down pill as our starting pill, which, you know, it's tradition around here. It's tradition to just take the first pill on Lazarus and worry about the consequences later. We'll worry about the consequences later. First item room is undefined. Teleports you to the treasure, home secret, super secret, or I am error. We'll take it, and then we'll try to use it at the end of the floor in the hopes that we'll get I am error and sort of ball out of control that way. Yeah, so the significant change that was made to Lazarus is you get to refund. You get refunded the extra life every time that you die. You can lose a heart container, a permanent heart container, but with that being said, you do get a permanent damage increase also every time that you get revived as Lazarus B, the Risen. So we can try to leverage that advantage on this character. Interesting. Very interesting. We would want to get more options, and I am willing to bomb the donation machine in order to get more options. So not the prettiest start on this character, but man, we will try to make up for that. This is still a little bit risky because we would want to be able to afford this soul heart also, and we will get to. We'll buy more options. We'll go look for our other item room. Some other significant changes were made. A lot of the damage over time, but the bad damage over time items like Mom's razor have been tuned, shall we say. Ooh. The Lost Soul or the Halo of Flies. You know what? I like the Lost Soul. I know that it's not likely to protect him, but hey. It really is what it is, man. We can pick him up at the end of the floor. This is good practice to pick up Lost Soul at the end of the floor. Yeah, I mean, we're Lazarus, right? Yeah, that's really good. That's funny. We could use Undefined to get out of here, but we're not trying to do that. We're honestly really okay with dying on this character at this point. It does turn us into sort of like a weaker version of Judas if we do, but Judas is pretty strong, so I mean, sometimes beggars can't be choosers for damage upgrades. I'm really trying not to hit these fires. Looks like he went out of his way to bomb the fires anyway, like a smarty. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Play this game long enough on base damage, you start to remember how many bullets everything takes. That was close. I don't remember if that would have killed us or not, but hey. He almost killed himself there. Right on, the pentagram. We have no sack room, no reason not to pick up this heart. 56% chance devil deal so long as we don't get hit by the World Breaker. It's pinned. Some bosses are actually featuring new skins also for the champion variant, which is kind of exciting. I want to say Monstro 2 is also tuned. So the real question is, do we off ourselves? And I think the answer is yes. I want to say that there was a fire in the store that we could off ourselves on. No, because I get rid of them like a fool. And it's that kind of forward thinking that could get us killed. Here we go. And people might ask themselves, why did we do that? Well, because like I said, the permanent damage increase that we get on Lazarus is what we're going for. Yes. We'll take this. We will go back to the other room, buy this the soul heart. And we're going to carry on as if we did get a double deal and pretend that the pentagram was our double deal. Undefined senseless item room. That's okay. It's worth a try just to see if you can get I Am Error, because I Am Error usually features some free stuff. And here on Scuffed, we need the free stuff. The Lost Soul is going to pay out if we didn't get hit, or if it didn't die rather, and it didn't die, so look at that payout. Thanks, bud. And you can see we're back to our first health, our starting health on this character. 5.86 damage. And that's what happens. I'm not going to attempt to, like, truly protect the Lost Soul, because I'm doubtful that I'm going to be able to protect him, especially in those rooms with just like mobs of enemies. So people will have to forgive me. I'm not that good at protecting my son. Maybe if my son wasn't so, slow and didn't care for his own safety, he'd follow too close behind me, then we wouldn't have to protect him so hard, son. 100% chance double deal, and we are interested in taking deals on this character. Reason being, if we end up getting down to our, yeah, that happened. If we end up getting down to our base stats, like our base HP, then we could just like pay for devil deals and get revived on the next floor. Take the apple. Apple does give us a very slight tears up with the chance. Maybe these guys can bomb this for me. Come on, guys. Don't be like that. Bomb this for me. There we go. See, was that so hard? Gives a slight tears up with a chance to shoot these razor tears. And the razor tears deal a pretty significant chunk of additional damage to our targets. Very good item. The chance to shoot razors, I want to say, does scale with our luck, which is unfortunate because we don't have any luck right now. But with any luck, we'll get some more luck. Yeah, with any luck, we'll get some more luck. That's the technical term. That's what we want. Yeah. The spiderweb got me. Blame the spiderwebs. Scuffed Gaming, bad at dodging. Exposed. Honestly, I don't mind shedding more of these soul hearts, especially if the deals make us shed them, because dying again would give us another damage up. Kind of a risky maneuver there, but and I don't recommend to most players to be so cavalier with your HP. Don't just assume that you're going to be able to win the game. You get hit this many times in caves and basement. Try not to get hit. It's just that because new Lazarus is so powerful, there's almost an insurance policy that you have against dying like that. Hopefully we do get a deal. That's going to be Little Delirium and Book of Belial. We can literally go full Judas and just take Book of Belial. The real question is, if we die now, do we still get the HP from... I think we do, though. There's only one way to find out. Okay. It looks like we do get, in fact, the red HP back every time that we bite the dust. We also get an additional damage up because that's the way that works. And we're going to check the shop. Shop contains Mr. Me and a soul heart. I think we're just going to buy the soul heart. And we'll move on. So far so good. Seems decent. Seems decent. Not gonna lie, a little bit lackluster of a devil deal, but, and there goes my son. But there's nothing inherently wrong with Little Delirium. It's just that he sometimes copies things that are not good, like Bob's Brain. Definitely not something that you want to see on a Sunday. I don't know why those things took so many hits. Let's pretend to be a little monstro now. There was also a change made to Blue Baby, wherein he now, or it now, or they now, produce they have like the little larva effect, like the trinket effect, where every time you blow up a poop you get an attack fly. Which is really good because it starts obviously with the poop and then you get to make it fly every room. Attack fly. And that's really nice, man. It really is. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Yeah, dude. Truthfully, another tiers up would be really nice and baller for $1, but we can also potentially just get Brimstone in one of these deals. We have a pretty significant chance for deals now that we have Book of Belial. And we will perpetually because of Book of Belial. We're almost exactly Judas now. Which is really funny, because I was mentioning that he's basically Judas with extra lives now. I don't think there's a good way for me to beat these fires. I just don't want to deal with them anymore. I don't want to deal with them anymore. Now there is a solid chance that we're going to just sacrifice all of our HP again this floor to this Devil Beggar, which would be a reasonable way for us to spend our HP, but I want to get some kind of Soul Heart insurance on the floor before we do that, if possible. But we'll see. I'm gonna bomb this. Mom's wig it is. Attack spiders, attack flies, good stuff. Always nice. If I didn't know better, I would say the secret room is here. Good stuff. Kill this man. Finish him. Still a chance for greed to be in the store. Hopefully not. Hopefully we have the ability to at least buy a soul heart out of the store. That way we would be able to feel a little bit better about... That is a long wick. Okay, there is. There is a soul heart in the store. So we can feel a little bit more comfortable, man, about giving the Devil Beggar our HP. And we will go back and do that. Planning on continuing Road to B-Side at some point. We took a big break because of the release of Elden Ring, because Elden Ring is awesome. The freaking pact. Oof. Tell you what. Coming back for you, sir. Yes, absolutely. I was tempted to record video footage of Elden Ring, and I did in fact do one clip recording where I fought Starscourge Radahn. But I don't really want to do more because it's, for me anyway, Souls games have always been a really personal kind of a game experience, a really cinematic, personal gaming experience. You know, that and admittedly I don't like to showcase how miserable I am when it comes to dodging. My shameless use of things like glintstone sorceries and incantations. But there was just something so cool about casting spells in Souls games that I just can't avoid. I absolutely love them. And I feel bad for anybody who doesn't play them because of fear that other people will think you're less than. Because you don't have to feel that way. You should play that game however you want to play it. That's my personal opinion. Get him, little delirium. Get. Oh. He's gonna meet him. Okay. It is time to off ourselves. Yes, it is. It really is, man. Kill me. Okay. Now, this is a little bit risky, but we're going to check the boss trap room just to see what's in it. We want to know. Hey, that's worth it. Couldn't have asked for almost couldn't have asked for a better boss trap item. Got an HP up and a tears up there by taking away all the risk from taking it. That's basically a tears up, and a pretty substantial tears up. I said it was going to be truly what the doctor ordered, and it was. We will now take the pact. Gives us 2 black hearts, an additional tears up, an additional damage up, and man, just like that, we are looking really, really tight. And that's what the doctors would call it. We'll buy the habit. We'll buy this card. May your heart shatter into pieces. This is a card that will give us an item in exchange for one of our heart containers. And we will do that. Lost contact, welcome to the team. Lost contact will produce shielded tears, which can be used to block shots from the enemies. It is a pretty solid defensive item. We're happy to have it. We'll go on down. 78% devil deal, 7.5 base damage, almost capped tears rate with blocking tears. It's kind of an unfortunate hit that we took. Super cute, we're not going to be able to get less than 3. If it drops, it didn't. A little bit of shot speed would be nice because my son died again. I'll be honest with you guys, I wasn't even trying to protect him at that point because it's just so difficult. He just lags so far behind you that anything that you dodge barely, he will get hit by. It's time to check our item room. It contains Kane's other eye, or the fortune cookie. We'll run with the fortune cookie. Book of Belial is going to outrun its usefulness shortly. This is kind of the damage that you want to see coming out of your characters at this point, is the ability to trade with some of these enemies without having to dodge out of the way. That's how you can know that some of these depths enemies are... You're at the right damage level for where you are. When you don't have to worry so much about... Am I gonna execute these enemies before they can hit me? The ones that charge directly at your face. You know, because it is good to exercise caution against enemies that are moving straight towards you, and you shouldn't get into the habit of just not dodging. But if you can put out enough damage to stop enemies dead in their tracks, it's helpful because you don't have to continuously dodge, because you will eventually get hit. That's just the way this game works. Especially against some of my favorite enemies like lamprey flies. It can feel an awful lot like they it can feel an awful lot like sometimes they have way more HP than they have. Oh, Super Leapers, I didn't notice you. Those enemies I like to refer to as tilt machines because they are meant to tilt you. Especially the bomb lamprey flies or the white champion ones in the cathedral. Man. Hate them. Hate them. A little bit more damage would be nice too. We will try to find a way to discard our HP since there's at least 2 soul hearts on the ground right now. Oh, am I blind? Yeah, I'm blind. And the fortune cookie will do a great job with that because it is going to help us leave soul hearts on the ground so that we can sack our whole body to the deal. Very well. It's a big floor for not being an XL. Some range would be nice, some shot speed would also be nice. This boss is going to be regular depths. It's going to be the gate. And right out the gate, we're going to be dealing a lot of damage. The Super Leapers are the tough part of this fight. The Sty, we'll take it. The Devil Deal is going to be Blood Rites, Cambion Conception. I will take Cambion Conception. I will take Blood Rites just to get out of the pool. And yeah, now I will yeet myself into the abyss. And then we are going to go and pick up all the soul hearts that we left for ourselves. And you can already see why I would think that this character is so freaking good. It's because of this. It's because if you don't have anything else left to do with your HP, you can just die, or especially if you have an HP generator, you can just die, man. And okay, and you get a damage up. And in this case, we're right where we were before, if not slightly better, because we get the stacking damage up, bonuses. We can clear some more of these rooms out. Check the store. Store is going to contain A. You know what? We're okay with this. We'll happily take a soul heart. And I'm pretty sure that's all of the soul hearts on the floor, but we'll chase this one anyway. Didn't notice that enemy. Getting killed now. I have to apologize for the sloppiness that I'm playing today because, and I'm going to keep saying this, I'm pretty rusty. But we are playing a broken character, so I mean, big deal, right? If only we had a reroll machine. Excuse me, we don't really want that. We're just gonna head on down into Depths 2. The funny thing is that Cambion Conception is likely going to give us a familiar at some point, because we're not planning on, but we anticipate that we're going to get hit a pretty decent amount of the time here. Because we're going to be willingly letting ourselves get hit so that we can get the damage upgrade. Our damage currently at a really nice 8.0 pretty much. And that's pretty nice. It's funny, we could pay out this charge beggar. Opens all doors in the room and creates a rich... Sure.
Soul of Cain.
Thanks, Soul of Cain. Bum 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 bum. That's kind of unfortunate. I can feel myself accidentally going in there. Oh, the ultra secret room. We found it on accidente. It contains the champion belt. Thank you, sir. So now we can expect to see more champions for an almost strict 1.0 damage up. Hey, it's fine with me, man. Ace of Diamonds. Get wrecked. At a certain point, though, having some of these enemies with double HP is not the biggest fear in the world. When we're hitting for as hard as we happen to be hitting, it's not something that I'm super concerned about. Yeah, I could be wrong, but ooh, car battery is a fantastic pickup for us, man. Really. Now, every time we use the fortune cookie or any one of our active items that's managing our run, we can use it twice. And we are interested in using it twice. The Fool. I'm not going to make boss rush, so hey. That's fine, man. Another one of you, huh? Man. It's just a lot of you here today. Let's get them out. Jumper cables. Sheesh. Any active item we get now is going to be an amazing one. My son, I will protect you. Our range is still pretty bad. So this might be where you die, son. Soul of Bethany, we'll take it.
Soul of Bethany.
Now you listen here, Fortune Cookie. We're gonna have a talk. You were doing great, and then all of a sudden you just stopped working for the team. You're painting out some nonsense. There we go. See, was that so hard? Yeah. Yeah, right. You guys are after my son. Now, what the full card is going to allow us to do is it is going to allow us to come back here and pick up all of our HP that we left on the floor. And actually, I don't remember where I'm going. Wow, thanks. Curse of the Lost. Definitely one of the best curses in the entire world. Wastes time, makes everyone have to go back and retrace their steps. Yeah, friend. So good, I love it. Here we go. Now I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for Dogma today. It's a little bit risky with the HP the way that we have it right now, but also keep in mind that, and I believe this is how this item works, that every time that we get to go up a floor with Lost Soul, it is going to pay out as if we started another floor. And so as long as we can protect him, then, you know, we're going to be able to get some extra stuff at the top of every single one of the ascent floors. This is a good sign. This means that our shop is going to be open. In fact, we do have an open shop. Pandora's box in Depths 2 is 20 pennies. Yeah, that's weak. Weak. We need something more. 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 PhD is probably about as good as it's going to get at this point. Oh, a luck up. Emperor card, take it to the boss. Yeah, we're okay. I don't know how I somehow managed to find like exactly the spot where you don't want to be. That will kill us. What an interesting room. Yep, I think I hate it. Okay. Take the negative. I'll take the soul heart just in case we want to buy 2 items in the devil deal. Guppy's eye and the shovel. There was a change made to the shovel, as you can see on the left-hand side. Spawns a trapdoor next to the next floor. Spawns a crawl space if used on a decorative floor tile. Grass, small rocks, you know, papers, blah, 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 blah. What does that mean? Well, what that means is if we were to take it and die, if we used it on like one of this, like see for example this little hand right here, this bone hand on my left, in theory if I use it here it's supposed to make a crawl space, and it did not. Well, good talk game, that was nice. And to be fair, I don't know if that's because it's not possible to make a crawl space in the devil deal as you go down a shoal or not, but all I can really say, man, is that I'm disappointed, game. I'm a little bit disappointed in you. I thought that you were going to give us the hookups, and you didn't hook us up. So that's cool too. I'm going to try to go back and pick up as many of the soul hearts that we left before we go to the ascent. We did die, so we did get another stacking damage upgrade. Oh. I'm not sure how much more powerful that we can become with our continued deaths. But But I'm just going to hold on to this health up pill just in case. And let's go ahead and let's go to Gehenna, or the Mausoleum. Whichever one the game has decided is our fate. Looks like it's going to be Gehenna. Space. Oh, sweet. Is that a bedroom? Alright, so death is on the menu now. Maybe? We would definitely have to find a way to get ourselves killed in such a way that it loses our... Okay, cool. In such a way that it loses our red HP containers, which is not likely. Because remember, we cannot get a deal on this floor. Yeah, a lot of soul hearts on the floor, though. If only we could get a deal. Alright. We didn't have to come in here yet. That's hilarious. Dang, man. Well, if we somehow magically end up getting enough money, we could potato peeler. These guys are stuck together, yeah, I was gonna say. I'm gonna hold on to this dice shard because we know that this item room didn't consist of some of the best items in the game. While we're here, we might as well check the bedroom to see if there's going to be a crawl space. If it is a crawl space, it has the chance to lead to a black market, and if there's a black market, we could spend our HP so that we could get down to no red. And there should be a crawl space, and there is, giving us the Book of Rev. Take the Book of Rev. It's kind of unfortunate because we still could use the speed up. But we have no way of giving ourselves flying. This is the sacrifice room. My favorite room in the whole game. Dun, dun, I'm gonna use the Book of Rev actually, because I want to be able to pay for the sack room. We're just gonna body lust 48-hour energy. This will ensure that we have the ability to pay for the sack room. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we are going to have enough money to pay for potato peeler. Crowheart. Damage taken will ignore them, causing red hearts. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and let's just put our body on the sack room. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dark Bum, welcome to the team. 5. 6. 7. That's funny. We don't really mind if we die on the spikes, and in fact we are interested in dying on these spikes because we get another damage up. We do have Book of Rev at the ready. Yes. This actually was what we were looking for. We were hoping to get enough money to pay for potato peeler. What? Oh. Thanks, Dark Bum. You, that was really sequenced correctly, my son.
It's not his fault. He's just doing what he's told. Yeah, I know.
Gonna invest it, pick this up. We'll buy this. I don't believe potato peeler can shred. They didn't make any changes to this, right? Removes a red container plus 2 damage cube. Yeah. Hold on to this die shard. I don't believe that there's actually a purpose in fighting. Oh! So the white on white is a health up now thanks to PhD. Didn't realize that before. So let's go ahead and let's get ourselves the HP up and then crack into it with this potato peeler again. So we can have a meat boy head. So damn good, man. Seriously? This character is so powerful now. We can go into the boss trap. We can barm our way into the boss trap room. The range that we needed. Fortunately, we're gonna have to fight 2 Gehenna bosses. So this is a little bit risky, and I wouldn't necessarily advise this for most people, but I'm really confident in our damage output. Especially because they didn't actually give us any particularly bad bosses during this exchange. You know, like they definitely could have given us like Gabriel. Not Gabriel, the heretic. We got 3 more soul hearts. We're gonna be pretty much maxed out on HP as we go through the ascent, and that's all she wrote. Now we're gonna take the dice shard on the way up. We're going to see whether or not we can protect my son on the ascent, and if we can, then he should be paying out in some pretty sick deals. Thank you, sir. Yeah, you're doing a good job.
Spent it. It's gone. Just get over it.
Yeah, no, not a whole lot can stop us now. Like, don't get me wrong, it's going to be a fair beast fight and a fair fight against a lot of the endgame bosses. What do I mean by fair? I mean, we don't have any broken synergies that we're going to be abusing. I mean, I guess we'll take Gish. I don't really want Gish, but I guess we'll take Gish. Gish is a fair homie. And I suppose technically we could kill ourselves to get even 1 more piece of HP going. But we don't really... It's a diminishing return at this point. Not diminishing return, but it's not as... The impetus is not as high. It's a crawl space. Ooh. And the crawl space leads to a black market? Ooh. 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 Okay. Well. Each time Lazarus revives Lazarus the Risen, plus 7.2 damage up. Damage up wears off over the next minute. Killing enemies while this effective active extends the time Okay. Well, we could buy this. I think I will. Sir, we really need you to hook us up, man. Okay. Well, if we've come this far, we might as well give him the rest of our HP, right, and die. Well, that's fine. Turns for red hearts into bone hearts and applies the curse of the darkness, kind of light and spectral plus 1.5. Yeah. Now I think I am going to buy at least one more item here in the black market to shed this this one red heart container. We'll go ahead and we'll buy the fanny pack. I'm gonna bomb 3 of these skulls. And then we'll just head on up through this. And I don't trust this one, so I'm gonna go to the other one. You never know some of the black market shenanigans. It is good to see black markets back and beautiful as ever. My son is gonna pay out something. Oh yeah. Thank you, son. Oh wow, the team. You will notice that, similarly to when we have Red Stew, that because we died, we're getting this continuously respawning damage up when we execute these enemies. Gonna go up. Self-destructive and disturbed, just like his father.
Look at who he has to look up to. You're just shut up, Mac. Shut up. Just keep pushing me like this. I'm leaving. Good. Leave. We'll be fine without you.
We have the tears rate to straight up trade with a lot of these bonies. We don't have to be worried that the damage is going to get through our wall. Looks like the stacking damage up just wore off. It's okay. We have a perpetual 10.4 damage, and if we die, it's going to give us another 7 for the rest of the turn. We don't really necessarily care if we don't get Inner Child before the boss fight. Because we have an extra life already, so we don't have to worry about that. And we're not worried about that. We hit very hard. Gish is providing us with an additional slowing effect. It's very good against bosses. My son's going to give us another payout. Hopefully an angel item. It is Rev.
And become saved. Let his light inside you cleanse your soul.
Taking this too far.
Yeah, that's a pretty good item, my son.
Pray for your salvation. Come, save us.
It's unbelievable how much HP that thing had. Like, really. My son. Sometimes I don't understand you, my son.
Where are you going? Wait,
We need you,
my son.
my son.
Just can't do this.
What killed you, my son? I don't understand.
Please don't leave us.
I'm sorry. I am sorry, my boy. And you can kind of see what I meant when I said earlier that champion belt is kind of like meh as far as the drawbacks concerned. You get to a certain point where it doesn't matter if the enemies have 50 or 100 HP, you're going to kill them in relatively the same amount of time. could probably outgun a lot of the late game bosses just on the fact that we have shielded tiers anyway. And we do have flight now because we have revelation. Revelación. Alright, let's go talk to him. Yeah, but man, what a fantastic run. We got to see a little bit of everything in this run. We got to see some kind of janky synergies with the Ascent and the Lost Soul. We got to see how powerful it is to just off yourself on floor to floor if you have the confidence to win some of these exchanges with Lazarus. We got to see, like, again, the charge item shenanigans with the active, double active, and jumper cables. So really, all in all, this run has been super duper fun. And let's just close it out. They killed my son. Did you hear that? Good to see that that hasn't been fixed. Ignore that. The Lord is my shepherd. Ooh! The bad dodge on my part. This is gonna be it, end of this phase. Moving on. 0% chance for planetarium, by the way. Gonna use the sun. Mostly for fun at this point, because it's really funny. Get one of the most death metal fights against the Harbingers and the Beast. Bum, 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 bum. It is pretty difficult for any of these bosses to fully kill us, because we do have the habit and jumper cables and the Book of Rev and an extra life and shielded tears. You know, so us not being able to see the enemies because of my own choice to use the inverted sun card is a lot of bit offset by the fact that it is just so hard to kill us. It's like we have the wafer almost. But it is really cool to see what the Curse of Darkness would look like if we were in the middle of the Harbingers fight. This is really sweet. I actually really like the aesthetic a lot. And Revelation with like 10 plus damage is such a hard hitting beam. Look at that. Look at Death's eye shining through the darkness. That is so cool. That is really terrifying. I don't know if that was an addition or if that was always like that, but that is super neat. And can someone tell me, did he always have that? I could have swore that that wasn't always like that. I'm gonna look like such a fool. I don't remember. I seriously don't remember. It's okay, Dark Bum. This fight will be over soon. Then you can go rest. Admittedly, the beast is probably not long for this world. Yep. It's alright. Put up a fight.
Just let it happen. Just let yourself go.
Let yourself pass into the void.
Existence is behind you now.
There it is. Alright.
Well,
Well, that's the new Lazarus. Every time that you die, you will get an additional permanent damage bonus, along with extra, not an extra, but like you will refund your red HP container to buy your future devil deals, die, and repeat the process. If you have some way of leaving HP on the ground at the end of your floors, you can give yourself health insurance, a little bit of insurance for your following floors. That is how I would suggest for people to play this new Lazarus. It is exceptionally powerful. I hope you enjoyed this run. If in fact you did, I would appreciate if you left a like. But hey, you know what? Don't feel obligated to do so because we don't really mind here on Scuffed Gaming. So, like I said, I hope you enjoyed this run, and I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you later, everybody.
And saw his shadow in the closet waiting for him.